All right, ladies and gentlemen, good day everyone. Welcome back to another NFP live stream with your host Tshepo. I've got my colleague here, Zander,
What's up,
and
guys?
as we said, this is the NFP live stream.
Yeah, welcome to the stream today. We're gonna have a run through like the NFP numbers and see how it's gonna affect the market. I think it might be a bit of a mixed day today, but let's see how the numbers come out and we look at it from there.
All right. Just before we continue, we are streaming live on YouTube as well. So if you're watching this from Facebook or Vimeo, just head over to our YouTube channel, subscribe, press that like, and you know how.
Yeah, leave some comments. Tell us what you guys are thinking and what you guys are looking at for NFP today.
100%. So let's get right into it. We've got NFP coming out in exactly 12 minutes time. We're just going to go over the update, look at the charts, and then we're going to wait for the event, right? So there we go. Expectations. 325 new jobs are expected.
Yeah, so we're seeing the expectation come in a bit lower than last month. I think it's taking into account the ADP numbers as well, so we're seeing a bit of a decline coming in at the moment. So we might see a little bit of a weaker number that we're looking for this month, but we'll have to wait and see to actually see how it comes out today.
And as you take a look at the forecast also, it is pretty lower than the previous month.
Yeah, forecast declined from the previous month, and we actually got a little bit better figures last month coming in from the ADPs, from NFP side. So we got better numbers last month. We got a bit more stronger dollar strength coming into the market while the news was coming out. So this month we're seeing a little bit more of a decline as well. So there is still expectation that NFP can actually like slide a little bit further down this month.
Yeah, you spoke about the decline. So I would say for the past 2 months, the forecast has just been lower than the actual declining. And then we're seeing that right now.
100%. Like we're seeing forecasts being declined. So there is an expectation that unemployment is slowing in the US at the moment a bit. So we'll have to see if it actually comes to fruition. The ADP numbers do kind of suggest that in a way, but it is taking into other factors into consideration rather than NFP.
Yeah, on that ADP, we're just gonna also take a look at the ADP lower than expectation, and we also have the chart to show for that, right?
Yeah, 100%. So ADP numbers came out yesterday. We actually saw it like almost half of what we were looking at last month. So the ADP numbers came out at about 128,000 new jobs, and the expectation was about almost 300,000. So that's a big drop from where we needed to be. So it might be something to sort of keep into consideration. I also don't want to focus too much on the ADP, because if we look at last month, the actuals came out roughly about 250,000 jobs, where the actual the forecast was about 382,000. So still lower than expectation, but like where it's at the moment, it's severely low. If we actually look at like for the past year, this is the lowest it's been the past year.
Yeah, that's a big jump from where we were from April. Now May, previously May and June, that's a really big jump there.
Well, if you take into consideration last year June, we were looking at almost 1 million new ADP jobs created. We're looking at like it's almost 10 times less.
So obviously there could be a lot of factors around why this is happening, right? And on that note, we also want to take a look at the unemployment rate as well and see how it's been for the past couple of months. The forecast, right? We're seeing a steady decline. This is good for the economy.
Yeah, like a lower unemployment rate is definitely what we're looking at, and we're seeing that steady decline. If you look at again May, June last year, we're looking at 6%. We're halfway down to where that was like by now. So if we look at like now, last month it came out about 3.6%, a little bit higher than the forecast, but still a steady sort of a rate. They are still forecasting 3.5% for today as well. So anything less than that, very much dollar strength. Anything similar, we might get a bit of stagnation going on.
All right. And we're also going to take a look at the bond yields. They've been rising, continually rising.
Yeah, bond yields have been continuously rising, and this is a lot due to this interest rates that we're seeing at the moment. Like as the interest rates sort of keep on getting pushed up from the Fed side, they're becoming more hawkish as it is. and they are looking at getting more and more aggressive on their rates as well. It just pushes up bond yields. It's a safer way to actually for investors to just get money out of the market. So yeah, it's bond yields as it goes up. More money actually gets shifts from the equity markets to the bond markets. That's why we're seeing these declines happening in the indices and the equity markets at the moment.
Are we looking at this rise to continue throughout the course of the year?
I think further than that, I think we might see for the next year or two.
Yeah.
This is very much close to like for the last year, maybe even more. Like we've been talking about, like that inflation. Inflation is what's driving the markets. What was driving the markets.
Yeah.
Now we're sitting in a different sort of a cycle where inflation is getting out of control. Now we need to start looking at interest rates. So I think the predominant factor over the next 2 years is definitely going to be interest rates, how they raise the rates and so forth. So I think like interest rates is definitely the major factor to look for in the next year and a half, basically.
Next year and a half. All right. The JOLTS job openings.
Yeah, jobs is good. There's more and more jobs actually going into the markets. We saw like this month, jobs has actually increased as well. It went up by about 100 odd, 200. No, it's about 100 odd jobs. It increased over the course of last month. So those are 100 new job openings in the market. So there's definitely a lot of opportunities in the market for people to actually get employed. So that's what it's indicating at the moment.
All right. And average hourly earnings, also one of the important ones that traders need to look out for.
Definitely. We saw a slight decline last month. That forecast has been staying the same for the last 3 months or so. And it's in and around the 0.4% mark. I do think like if we see a bigger decline there and it actually heads back down to 0.2, that would be concerning. Anything about 4 or 0.5. 0.5 might be pushing it a bit, but 0.4, 0.3 would still be like a pretty decent number to look at.
100%. So ladies and gentlemen, we just gone over the update, the forecast, and we're about to go to the charts right now. If you've just joined us, we're going
to get like a lot of volatility coming into the market from about 450. Anything above that is going to be a bonus, but if we're seeing a decline under the expectation, definitely look at like a lot of dollar weakness coming into the market.
And also the unemployment rate, it looks good, right? The jobs job openings looks also good, positive.
100%. Like the unemployment rate looks good. It's been steady. It's been declining like over the last year. So really good to see the unemployment rate dropping down so much. Jobs as well. It means there's a lot of jobs in the market. It just sort of comes down to now like are people actually looking to fill those roles, and that will obviously also add into the average hourly earnings, because like if there's a lot of job openings and not a lot gets filled, we might get higher rates as well from there. So it's very interesting to see what the figures are going to be like today.
All right, we are exactly 5 minutes away from the report, so we're just gonna switch over to the charts. Take a look at a few currency pairs. Give you guys our thoughts before we get to the event, right? So we have gold, Euro USD, Nasdaq, as well as US 30. Looking at Euro USD, right? We just bounced off, or we just broke from a significant level. We're looking at mixed NFP. So we are looking at two scenarios here, right? Obviously, strong figures come out. We see this dropping down to this level there, right? And then weak figures, we're seeing this breaking above, making that a support.
Yeah, like where it's trading at the moment is a very vital area, especially if you look at the longer time frames, like the monthly and weekly charts. This area is sitting at the moment either is a very much a big decision making area to see are we either going to push down lower to like all the way back to like $1, $1 to €1 basically, or we're actually going to consolidate here and actually push up higher to correct that overextendedness that we've seen over the last couple of months.
All right, and gold as well, right? So gold, this is how the bigger picture is right now. As you take a look at the current 1 hour candlestick, it is rejecting. It broke below the channel, is rejecting. On the 15 minutes, that's the type of candle we're looking at.
Really nice engulfing
Yeah.
candle there.
100%. So same scenarios as on Euro USD.
Well, everything is shaping up now at the moment for like a stronger dollar to come out.
Mhm.
I do definitely think if we do close properly, we might get a drop back down to that 1850 odd level. I do still think if we get back down to the 1836 or even lower, there's going to be a substantial drop coming. But yeah, I think like a lot of this is going to come down to like the CPI figures that we're going to get that's going to come out next week.
Yeah, those are also one of the important events. Nasdaq as well.
Yeah, I mentioned it a bit earlier about all of the interest rate hikes going on at the moment, and it's been driving down like the Nasdaq substantially. All the indices substantially like as interest rate actually raise. Like I still see it all depends on how the figures come out today as well. But we can see it like push up a bit more up to that like 12,816 odd level, and then either see it retrace down lower. If we do see that hold and push up higher, it could be a sign for a little bit of a bigger reversal. We need to like at the moment the Nasdaq is trading in and around a bit of a, I think about a 50 odd fib level on the bigger swing.
Yeah.
So this top level of about 12,500 and 12,950. That is the 50 fib levels in and about those zones. So it's a really strong like resistance level that if it does break, we're going to see like a more upside actually coming in the markets.
And we could say the same with US30 as well.
Pretty much the same. Like if we do see it drop further back down lower to about the 33,000 level, we might actually see it actually hold there, and if it does hold, we can see it actually push up higher. Otherwise, we're more than likely to see it actually break down lower as well.
Yeah, so Nasdaq together with US30, they are trading inside a range at the moment. So those breaks or retest rejection, that could give us the direction where they want to go right now. All right, so we're just a few minutes away from the event. Just letting our calendar just reload the figures. This calendar is directly from our website. You can get this from tdmarkets.com. Under the tools tab, you'll find the economy calendar. All right, so we're waiting just a few seconds away from the event.
Yeah, let's see how it comes out. I'm very interested to see how this month's figures go. It's not a lot of the times that I actually get uncertain about something.
Yeah.
But this month, I'm very much uncertain to actually see how it's going to come out.
And the previous two events, they just played out the way we forecasted.
100%. Like every time, like last month, even that forecast about 500,000 I was looking at, it just missed it and came in at about 480,000. So this month, I'm very much unsure to see what the numbers are going to look like. So very cautious to see what it's going to do today.
100%. All right, just a few seconds away from the event. So let's see how what the dollar is telling us. There we go. So we just had the next 15 minutes candle on all the currency pairs as we're waiting for. There we go.
So we can actually see a non-farm payrolls 390,000. So it is slightly better, not quite to that 450 that I was looking for. Average hourly earnings as well coming in at about 0.3%. And the unemployment rate at the moment we're looking at 3.6%. So it's also basically where we were at. So a bit of stagnation there. I think we're going to see a little bit of an uncertain reaction at the moment.
100%.
There's nothing real massive changes that we're looking at the moment. Government payrolls have increased quite substantially. So that's one of the good things. Manufacturing payrolls also substantially better. So we're looking at some okay-ish figures at the moment. Nothing quite substantial has changed in the market. Like everything pretty much as forecasted at the moment.
And then as you look at the current candlestick right now, you can see there are rejection on both ends, right? Spikes on both ends, and this is exactly the uncertainty that we spoke about. So Euro USD right now, there it just dropped about, rejected about 14 pips, right, and rejected also about 5 pips to the upside. So it's still in between, undecisive, right, indecision. Take a look at also gold as well.
Oh, gold's breaking at the moment on that level. I'd love to see how it actually does close now. It could either be a strong rejection or a pretty decent close for a short down lower. I would actually look at longing it now if it actually does get above that 1866 to take it up higher. The big zone I'm looking at is that 1873. If it does break that, like we should see like really nice upside actually coming into the markets.
Yep. And Nasdaq also, as we go to Nasdaq and check what, but pretty much Nasdaq US 30. We're looking at the same reaction pretty much, but Nasdaq looks like it's pushing up very aggressively.
Well, we had a strong rejection there now off of that 12,715. I do think if we do break above that level that we were looking at the moment, at about that 12,800 level, if we do break above that, we should see that continuation coming. But it's very much possible we just go test that and break back lower again.
Yeah, the possibility we spoke about. US 30 as well.
Same scenario we're looking at. Yeah, there's a strong resistance that we are trading in at the moment. If it holds and we push back down lower, there should be more downside to about that. More than likely that 3,200 or 32,600 odd level or 700 odd level.
100%. So this is how the report came out. We're seeing a bit of uncertainty right now in the markets, but you guys know, as we always say, just give it a few more minutes and see what the markets are trying to do, right? But we just spoke about levels right now. If, for instance, if Nasdaq breaks above that 12,816, then we're looking at a possible push back to the top, right?
Yeah, 100%. I can actually see it actually rallying up a bit higher. It had like a really strong rally last week and pushed up higher. I do see we do need to break that 50 off fib level on the higher time frames to actually get that continuation up higher.
And as we go to that higher time frame, this is what we're looking at right now, right? The market is rejecting that. So alternatively, a break above this 12, we say 13,000.
Yeah, it's about 13,000. Forget about 13,000. So really nice round number we're looking at. If we get a break above that, we should see that continuation coming to the upside.
All right. US 30 as well, as we go over it just from a bigger time frame perspective. Similar like Nasdaq, right? If Nasdaq is going to push up, then we're looking at a similar thing on US 30.
Yeah, 100%. Like the Dow is like shaping up really well still as well. I would like to get that close above just to get that certain confirmation. From there, you can actually look at longing it. At the moment, it looks like a pretty strong rejection at the moment. Even this is on a 4-hour time frame. It looks like a really strong rejection at the moment. I would love to see it actually close and see how it actually goes from there and take it up higher. At the moment, it might look like this might just be a retracement that we got this morning to actually push up higher.
All right. Gold, still a bit of uncertainty.
All over the place at the moment. I'll let gold settle for at least like 30 minutes or so to see what it actually does. You might get a proper direction during the US Open this morning to actually see where the market does go.
All right. You've seen the same thing also in Euro USD.
Yeah, same thing on Euro USD, like big spikes both ends at the moment. It's really causing a bit of uncertainty if you look at the charts.
All right. So nonetheless, we saw unemployment rate come out at 3.6%, NFP 390,000 jobs. Is that something that are we happy with this? Is it something that we can work with going forward?
It's not bad figures. It's not great figures, but it's not bad figures. We got like an increase in the 80 NFP figures. It is lower than last month, but it is higher than forecasted. So a nice increase there that we got. It kind of missed that kind of push that I was looking for to actually like about 450-ish. That's what I wanted really out of the market. I would have seen us more like clear decision making out of the markets. A bit more uncertain at the moment. Like it's okay figures. The average hourly earnings still at 0.3%. It's in and around that where we were last month. As it looks at the moment, it doesn't look like we're a lot better off than last month. It actually looks like we're a bit worse off if you look at the figures. NFP has actually come down lower than it was last month. Yes, it beat forecast. is lower, average hourly earnings are the same, unemployment rate's the same. And if you have to look at the whole picture holistically, they're actually worse off this month than they were last month.
Is it? Yeah. All right. And ladies and gentlemen, there is your NFP figures that came out. Hope you guys enjoyed the stream. As we said, it is also streaming live on YouTube as well. All our streams are gonna also stream live on YouTube. Just go to the page, the channel, and subscribe. Turn on that notification bell such that when we drop off content, people get the notification, right?
Yep.
Cool, 100%. Yeah, hope you guys are happy with the NFP. If you're trading NFP right now, just tell us how it's been. But yeah, we're just gonna give it a few more minutes, right? As you mentioned, let's see how the market will react to the open.
Yeah, like it's always one of the big drivers. Like a lot of the sentiment will be carried through, like when the market actually opens up.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you're uncertain of what the market's doing at the moment, maybe just wait until the US Open comes into effect. Get a lot of capital run behind you, and you can actually ride the market a bit longer.
100%. And yeah, that's it for our NFP stream. We'll catch you guys on the next stream that you're gonna have. I think is the CPI.
Yeah, next is CPI.
Yeah, 100%. So just keep an eye out for the CPI and all our streams, our live trading. If you guys are looking for education, we do have our education program running. 2 sessions a day, the morning session, the evening session, and just send us an email to care@tdmarkets.com. You need to be a TDM account holder, right? And have some funds in it such that you get access to the sessions, right? And yeah, for myself, Tshepo, my colleague here, Zander, that's it from us, guys. Hope you guys are enjoying your NFP, enjoying your day, and we'll catch you guys again on the next stream. Cheers.
Cool. Cheers, guys.